Zidane Daney, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. In today's video, we are, of course, talking about the latest chapter of My Hero Academia, Vigilantes. Which, honestly, this chapter cleared up so much. Like, obviously, we already knew lately that all of these things that we've been seeing are somehow connected. And honestly, that was one of the biggest issues that I had with this little arc was just wondering how exactly do all of these things connect? Why is it important that we see this past? But it's now becoming more and more clear why so many things all come together. Such as, why do we hear about Shirakumo's past? The obvious answer is, of course, the fact that, well, they needed a good way to explain it without necessarily having, well, everything happen in the main story. But there are other reasons to it. All of these things kind of combine to become something new. To really help us understand what exactly is going on in the universe of My Hero Academia. And Vigilantes has always had that aspect of just helping us to understand certain things a little bit better. And this chapter was no exception. Basically cleaning up everything that happened at the end, really making sure that people are aware, yes, this villain that you have just seen is the Nomu from the latest episodes of My Hero Academia Normal. Basically, the right before the training with 1B arc. I really don't know what to call that arc. I'm sorry. But yes, that is basically what this arc is. And or what this whole situation is. And yeah. We also get to find out a little bit more about Kurogiri, really understanding that yes, he is 100% complete at this point, which honestly really intrigues me. Just all of these little factors that we see throughout these chapters really starts to make me wonder what exactly happened. Like, we know certain things, obviously, but now we know a lot more of the behind the scenes, and it makes me wonder how this story is going to conclude. And the first thing to note is that the next arc for Vigilantes will most likely be the final battle between number 6 and the rest of the team. Now that we are back into the main timeline. But it does still make me wonder what exactly is going on here. I really do think that there's actually a lot more going on here than we ever thought before. And it makes me realize that the version of the quirk, Overclock, that we see in the in number 6 is not the original, or it could be the original. The point is that it's not the only version, and that excites me because it makes it clear that this is very important to the rest of the story. We've always known that that All For One wants to take over the world, but now we know exactly how he was able to do so much planning so quickly and figure things out so fast that it honestly just didn't seem believable. The latest chapter of My Hero Academia Normal is actually the biggest example of why this is important. The fact is that he has Overclock right now. He has been thinking all of this through in extremely fast speed and has been throwing out certain things to make people confused, such as, like I said, throwing out Overclock into number 6. This makes people think, oh, the quirk that he stole is not the actual same quirk. Number 6, we know that because of the fact that he gets defeated and all of that stuff, or eventually what we will know is that people will think, oh, since he stole Overclock and now Overclock is in this villain, that means that the quirk is gone forever. Or basically, it's in Overclock, we don't need to worry about it. Or basically, number 6. That's the point. But it makes me realize that a lot of things are actually happening that we never realized. O'Clock 2, or number 6, or however you want to call him, is just a pawn. And it makes me really excited to see how they're actually going to bring these universes together, because all of this stuff that happened really quickly in the last chapter of My Hero Academia is all thanks to One for All, or All for One, holding that quirk. That quirk, he was able to plan all of this stuff out and make adjustments in extremely fast amounts of time by not only giving the quirk to himself, but also giving it to Shigaraki, meaning that all of this is just insanity. There is so much to literally unpack here, because it's making me, for one, realize that Horikoshi has everything planned out, and is giving us little hints in both series to make sure that everything comes together. And it's making me realize more and more that either Vigilantes is not done until My Hero Academia is done, or the more likely option is that he's going to find another way to continue the story. We know that soon in March, there's going to be another story coming out. And I, for one, am really excited to see what is going to be in store in this new series. He's got so many things going off in his mind, and he's using the fact that people aren't necessarily looking to these other things to hide clues into how things are actually working. And it makes me realize more and more that he totally is gonna surprise the crap out of all of us when it's all revealed. Honestly, this series has so much more in store for us. And honestly, if you haven't been reading Vigilantes or any of the other series besides Smash, then honestly get on it. Because if these little tiny hints have been hiding away in Vigilantes, what could that mean for other stories like School Briefs or Tag Team Mission that's coming up soon? I honestly don't know, but it gets me so excited because he actually is specifically telling people to go and read these things. School Briefs, not so much, and he's not telling people very much about Smash, but he does mention them, which does make me believe that he has everything planned out and he's going to use tag team missions to let us all know the future of the series, but only little bits so that you don't necessarily realize it until it's actually happening. And then you look back at something that happened in one of these other series and realize, oh shit, that's where that comes in. And it really... I've been saying for a while that Vigilantes needs to get an anime adaptation soon. And with all of this happening, it makes me realize more and more that it needs to happen way sooner than we ever thought. Like, I honestly kind of doubt that we're actually going to get all the way through everything in time, but yeah. Honestly, look forward to next season, because we're going to be getting My Hero Academia. That I can pretty much guarantee. But we are also going to be getting a surprise in the very first episode. almost guarantee it. In the first episode of My Hero Academia, they are going to announce that Vigilantes is coming by having the normal opening OVA. Instead of it being an OVA, it's actually the exact scene. Maybe slightly edited because of changes in the story, but the exact scene from Vigilantes that introduced the series to really get people to realize, oh shit, we gotta go watch this. I, for one, will absolutely be super ecstatic to see this, and you can expect me to do my manga versus anime review for both Vigilantes and My Hero Academia when they come out. But speaking of which, let's actually briefly mention what is going to be coming up soon. And the first thing is that I will be doing some short videos basically telling you guys to go watch other shows. A few shows have been recently popping up on my radar, and I really do want to briefly mention them all in one video and basically say, go watch these. Technically, they have already been talked about in other videos, but I really do think that they are important. So expect that video in a few days. Not certain exactly when, but also expect something involving video games very soon, which is basically going to be a brief just talk about the past few generations for PlayStation, because I, for one, am really excited to see this generation of with the PS4 come to an end and see the new generation of the PS5 begin. So definitely look forward to that one. That's also coming up very soon. And there's a lot of other videos, and I don't have time to really go over all of them, but definitely look forward to seeing them because I am really excited to start sharing these things with you. Also, Ghost of Tsushima, that Show It Some Love is coming. I haven't completed the game, and I'm probably not going to complete the game by the time that we actually get around to it, but it's important, so I'm going to talk about it soon. So look forward to that. But anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and ring that notification bell. And even if you're not new, but you just haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and ring that notification bell. It helps a lot more than you think. And yeah, obviously, like I said, leave likes. Honestly, just leave a rating, because it really does help a lot more than you think. Even a dislike actually helps more than you think. So yeah, and of course, leave your thoughts and theories down in the comments below. If you are going to leave a theory, make sure to say theory review somewhere in your comments so that we can talk about it in a future video. And of course, if you would like to support the channel even more, then definitely head down to the description and check out all of our links down there, including our social medias and ways that you can support us, including our Patreon, which a big thank you to our current patron, Sheeny. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!